Hey everybody, this is SageFT from the live trading desk at marketflowtrader.com. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend as we look forward to next week. Let's take a step back into last week. Before we take a step back into last week, let's talk about a topic. It deals with expectations. What I mean is, let's talk about the expectations of what you're supposed to risk and make on a prop firm account. Let's use the simplest one. I picked one, an Apex $25,000 account. You have to make $1,500 in it to get through the evaluation. And then you have targets and rules that are set for you to take withdrawals. Now, we're not going to get into specifics of what those are, but what we're going to talk about is how they are put there to lessen the amount of wild, erratic behavior that's in these accounts. Let's talk about the expectations side of it. Let's say that you have $1,000 in drawdown. Let's just use $1,000. Okay, I don't know if it's $1,500, $2,000. It doesn't matter. Let's say you get funded. Okay, let's not even talk about the getting funded part of it. Let's say that you're funded. The expectation of making money off of a $25,000 account. You're the best trader in the world if you consistently make 1% of that $25,000 every single day. I'm going to say it again so you hear it very, very clearly, so you're not skewed by what you see other people claiming and doing. If you have a $25,000 prop firm account and you make 1% on that $25,000, you are the absolute best trader on the planet. Now, that would be a very, very small number, right? But not really. $250. Okay, so now let's take the $250. Your risk allotment for the day is $1,000. I want you to really, really think about making $250 on $1,000 in risk per day. I want you to really think about that. Did you earn that $25,000? Or did you earn that $1,000? Or did you earn the right to trade that $25,000 risking $1,000 of it? If you were at a firm like a Wall Street firm and you risked 25% every single day, you'd probably work there about 2 weeks before the risk manager said, you know, I don't really think we need this guy anymore. $250 out of $1,000 out of $25,000. Day trading futures is to produce income. As you're starting out with this, you need to have a based expectation. Meaning, if you make $25 to $50 a day on $25,000, you're the best trader on the planet, period. The account owners want consistency. They want consistent growth. So it makes a lot more sense to have $50 in profit on a $25,000 account than to make $250 on a $25,000 account. There's nothing to prove. Now, on the opposite side of that, if you're only going to make $25 to $50 a day, you can't lose more than $25 to $50 a day. That's the hard part about trading. If you're going to risk more than the $50 that you could make in the day, you probably need to scale down. You're over leveraged, right? So these $25,000 and $50,000 accounts, this is where the micros come in. Now, we've talked about not putting money into perspective when we're talking about trading a system. But the first thing that we have to think of is risk. Monetary risk is a real thing. Why wouldn't we trade 3 to 4 micros instead of one full-size contract with a 1-point stop to make $50? What if the stop is greater than 1 point? This is where we would just scale down. And you could scale into the micros to where you still have the same amount of risk. You could even scale down into the micros where you have the appropriate risk size, equaling 1 contract and still only risking $50. Okay, with that being said, that's what your coach is going to work with you on. These are the questions for your coach. These are not the questions you handle alone. You don't search the internet for them. You specifically ask the person you hire the questions. This is where your coach comes in. All right, with that being said, let's take a look at last week's price action on the daily chart. To me, this looks like a perfect bull flag. I don't know when it's going to stop. I don't know where it's going to stop. Does it come down another 3-4%, which would be very, very healthy? Maybe. Does it just start drifting upwards next week? Maybe. Does it start drifting sideways next week? Maybe. Possibly. But what we know is we're in the position of power where the price and the 20 simple is above the upsloping 200 simple on our daily chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. We have a perfect channel. Perfect. When does it stop? We don't know. When does it accelerate? We don't know. So all we can do is just look at the data that we have on hand. Now, we can start saying, oh, well, here's the next support level. Here was the next supply level. Here's the next supply level. Here's the next demand level. Look, we can make all these assumptions, this and that, this and that. Here's what we're finding. These two moving averages are saying bearish until they don't say bearish. If we get a couple more bars and this 20 closes below this 200 is going to start turning flat. We will be in the position of power on the downside only. We will only be taking sell side on the 4-hour chart. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. It's been in the position of power all day Friday, it's Sunday, and you can see that when this 20 crosses the downsloping 200, they really put their foot on the gas. This is the turning point. So now, does it come back up to the 200? Does it oscillate up on top of it and then fall back down again? Does it continue downwards? We don't know that answer. We're waiting for it to tell us. Nice rounding top, complex head and shoulders if we needed it, double top if you want to say something like that. There's a lot of other things. A lot of the ICT people can come out and start saying, well, this and that, all about the chooch and the chotch, that kind of thing. There's many different things. Right, we can say that support, resistance, everything's coming up, and then people can get into the geopolitical side of things like that, which I'm not going to get into because I know nothing about it. Here's what I know: we trade in probability and protection. What we have found is the greatest probability of success is trading in the direction of the K.I.S.S chart. We trade on the 2-minute chart, so if we just remain on the direct side of red overtakes green, we sell. Okay, green, which will be the opposite of this here, and green overtakes red, we buy. That's it. We're not going to make this any more complicated, folks. So if we go back and let's take a look at the volume profile. I did 45 days back. Okay, but it doesn't show it. So we're down here at 5166. So let's look at 5166 as we come through the volume profile. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll zoom it in when we get closer to where we're looking at. But we have a lot of congestion here. Okay, this goes back to March. This is the last time we were there. And we have a lot of congestion here. It was really trying to figure out what it's going to do. Okay, from 51.30 to 52, and even higher possibly. But down here, what we're looking at is the 51.50s. There's a lot of congestion. 51.40s, 51.30s. There's a lot of VPOCs down here. These yellow things. They're hard to see here, here. So if we slowly move over, we can see that we moved away from all that accumulation. We moved away from it. Okay, moved away from it. And now we're right back to it. Do we make it through? Does the supply increase and we push through that level? Does the supply decrease and we flatline here? Does the demand increase while the supply decreases and we move away from here? That's what we're watching for next week. Right now, if the 4-hour print's sideways, it's going to turn it to a negative bias. And then the way that we work it is we just wait for our patterns to repeat in between the levels, in between. We wait for red overtakes green. We wait for green overtakes red. We don't make this more complicated. We trade in a binary fashion. Either the trade signal fires or it does not. It is that simple. All right, everybody. With that being said, I want to wish everybody a happy Sunday evening. Once again, my name is SageFT. My real name is Rev-Up. I am the head coach and the moderator of the live trading desk at marketflowtrader.com. We have a free 7-day trial. The link is going to be down below in the description for the live trading desk. If you'd like to come and check out what we do, if you're hearing this outside of already being a member, feel free to come on in. And then also, I've become an affiliate with Apex. The reason I chose Apex is they really want you to be consistent in your trading. Some of you are going to be turned off by the drawdown rules, that kind of thing. Those things don't bother me. I don't trade that erratic, meaning I go down 1,000, up 1,000, or anything like that. It's very rare that I even have $1,000 losing day. With that being said, there is an affiliate link directly below if you want to be on my ticket. That's fine. If not, I fully understand. And with that being said, thanks everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning, ready to rock and roll. 08:30 hours in the live trading desk. See you tomorrow. Thanks.